Welcome back to the channel where today I will be taking you all for a ride and recommending some epic anime series that involve both Isekai and Magic combined together with an overpowered protagonist. These two are some of the most popular genres in anime, and it's always great to see good use of them both to create something good or maybe even bad anime. But if you are new around here, then please make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the notifications bell icon turned on to stay up to date with the latest anime news and recommendations right at your doorstep. Now, without keeping y'all waiting, let us begin with the video. But before we move on, let me tell you about today's sponsor, the Ridge Wallet. Their high-quality wallets have tens of thousands of 5-star reviews with over 30 colors to choose from. The Ridge Wallet designs, expands, and contracts to securely hold up to 12 cards. Every traditional leather wallet I owned in the past was bulky and quickly showed signs of wear and tear. However, the Ridge Wallet is compact and perfectly streamlined to carry what you need without the bulk. All Ridge Wallets come with a lifetime warranty, and you can choose various styles including carbon fiber and also burnt titanium. I am extremely pleased with my new Ridge Wallet as it's super slim yet expandable, and there's even room for my cash. Oh, what a surprise. This makes the absolute perfect Father's Day gift. Now, you can purchase your Ridge Wallet using my promo code RECON for a 15% discount. The link will be in the description for you to check out, and a big thank you to Ridge for sponsoring today's video. So why don't we kick this list off with an anime series by the name of Skeleton Knight in Another World, which is a fairly decent newly airing isekai series with a really interesting story. A guy gets transferred to an isekai game world where he plays as his very own created avatar of a skeleton knight where, you know, he's very overpowered with a variety of skills and abilities he can use freely to destroy enemies. The only issue with this anime is, of course, it is bad CGI. Other than that, it's a very solid anime to watch. Sometimes it may even get a little bit more, excessive with its mature content that is displayed, but the overall lore and path the series is taking so far is very entertaining. Now, I haven't actually talked about this anime in such a long time. These days, not many people are actually recommending it, but here is Recreators. This is a full-on reverse isekai anime where fictional characters from different series or maybe even video games are being transported to reality into Japan. It's interesting because this will also have some fateful encounters between the creators and those who have been created to meet up with each other and maybe discuss entertaining topics. It's quite the unique take on an isekai series you don't normally see in an everyday basis. Of course, a lot of the characters are very powerful, hence why they are of course fictional, but it all comes down to whether those characters can return to their own world or not. Overly Cautious Hero is one of those isekai series of comedy perfection. A protagonist selected to defeat the demon lord being incredible throughout absolutely all his stats, but having, of course, one major flaw, that he is overly cautious. So no matter the type of enemy he faces, be it small, big, strong, or weak, he will not hesitate to unleash powerful moves, completely unnecessary skills to make sure it is dead for good. And this is what I love about this anime. The story is very solid, but the comedy is absolutely superior prior to a lot of comedy anime I've seen. The thing that, the things that Seiya does really bring out the most joy in the anime, and I'm hoping one day it does get a sequel. And now we're moving on to an isekai series that is surprisingly quite underrated from the winter season of 2022, and it is the Faraway Paladin. This is an isekai where the protagonist had a past life, but after getting transferred to another world as a child, all his memories were pretty much lost, and then was raised by undead people who taught him survival techniques and also magic at the same time. Now don't go in expecting too much action to take place, as it also does include heavily a lot of slice of life elements between the characters, which is always a nice change of pace in an isekai series. Of course, the main character being not too overpowered, but more along, you know, just the middle. He's just normal. Kuma Bear is a lovely, entertaining isekai slice-of-life series featuring a female protagonist who gets trapped in an MMO game that she has been playing and fully dressed as a bear and wields unique bear abilities and also attributes, making her very powerful. Now, people may see her as a weakling judging from her actual appearance, but she is much more than what she seems. It's heartwarming, cute, and let's not forget, pretty cuddly since it does involve bears, but also plenty of cool action moments you want to get your eyes on when it begins. How about this time an isekai series where your own mother tags along with you and destroys absolutely all enemies because she's so damn overpowered? This here is called Okasaan Online. This is a very funny series of a protagonist getting isekai'd into a game world with his mother to join him. A very unique idea we really haven't seen in anime, and of course, the mother is the only one who is powerful by absolutely one-shotting almost everything. It's quite simple, generic, but as we go on through the story, there are great moments of the show worth checking out. Don't worry about all the people hating on it, trust me, it's a very enjoyable anime.
Oh, boy.
The Executioner and Her Way of Life is another unique take on an isekai series that features an executioner with an important mission, which is to kill the lost ones, meaning to eliminate those who have been summoned to this fantasy world to prevent them from spreading any harmful inventions or ideas or even superpowers into this world. It's such a smart concept and a new take on an isekai anime I've never seen, and it's always such a refreshing thing to see happen. So the Executioner pretty much has to kill a girl that was summoned from Japan, but she has the power to reverse time and prevent her death, meaning that she's actually unkillable or maybe almost immortal. It's a journey of them two finding a way to bring this girl back to her homeland, but of course, with a twist. And now we move on to an anime with a bit of a gender bender switching situation for one of the protagonists. This here is Fantasy Bishoujo. Two best friends being guys, they both got transferred to another world, but one of them unfortunately switched genders into a little girl. Now both of them are extremely powerful with very funny abilities or skills that allow them to easily surpass a lot of the other characters in the series, defeat enemies, and save people from danger. Now both of them being guys, they can't possibly think of each other another way, other than friends, right? Well, let's just say love is in the air and things can get pretty weird but also funny at the same time.
See.
The Fruit of Evolution is your generic-looking isekai trope of a class getting transferred to another world to become heroes and defeat the evil demon lord. But of course, one character being the protagonist becomes overpowered by getting lost in the woods and eating what is called a Fruit of Evolution. Then he becomes overpowered to the point of beating a couple mobs or maybe even monsters, allowed him to gain a lot of levels and experience points to become stronger, which led him to defeat high tier bosses to obtain rare loot, and that even boosted his stats even more. It couldn't get any more generic than that, and guess what? It's getting a season 2 as well. And finally on this list we have is an anime classic by the name of Dog Days. In a land where its inhabitants are almost like humans but with fluffy ears and tails, well, you get it, you know, furries, the princess summons a hero in an attempt to save the land from danger and defend the people. A normal-looking high schooler was then summoned and was crowned champion or knight. Dog Days starts off pretty much like any other number of fantasy series, with our protagonist getting summoned to another world to assist with a war that is currently going on, although the word war makes it sound like something big is going on, but it's more like a war, you know, of a game with a protective barrier to prevent anyone from getting seriously harmed. However, as the series goes on, a disaster begins to develop and the characters are then forced to stop. The end of the video has been reached, but I still hope you all found this video very entertaining. If I've managed to leave any anime out in particular that you thought would be a great addition on the list, then comment down below, as I'd love to hear your very own opinion. Or just comment down below what you thought about the video in general, as I'd always appreciate the feedback. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.